D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser looking to expand the juvenile curfew. Bowser announcing her intention to submit an emergency bill for council to consider. Fox 5's David Kaplan joins us live from the Wilson building this evening. And David, what exactly would this emergency bill do?
Yeah, let me walk you through that. I want to tell you first what the current rules are as it pertains to juvenile curfew and what these proposed rules would be. Right now, during the summer, for kids 16 and under, they cannot be out unsupervised between midnight and 6 a.m. That's 7 days a week. Under this proposed rule, one of the things that it proposes is that is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. 7 days a week for kids 17 and under. So some changing in the time and some changing in the age is part of this proposal. Another key thing this would do is essentially borrow from the playbook DC police have used to create temporary drug-free zones that was under the most recent criminal justice reform legislation. In short, Chief Pamela Smith could create zones where large groups of unsupervised kids cannot be around as early as 7 p.m. Business districts and neighborhood commissions could petition for their area to be included. Councilmember Brooke Pinto said today that Navy Yard, U Street, and the Wharf are some specific places that this could happen.
I do think it's important that this is a group. It's not, one or two or three young people hanging out and enjoying the city. And I also think that we have to couple it with increased programming, and that's something that I've talked to the mayor and the director of the Department of Rec about.
The mayor's office has said this would be a critical tool and has advocated for council to take this up as early as possible. I am told by Council Chair Phil Mendelson, though, that this proposed emergency legislation was submitted 5 hours too late last week for council to take a vote on it at their meeting today. So indications are this will be on the agenda for council's next legislative meeting set for July 1st.
And while we're on the topic of things that got voted on today, David, we know that the so-called Peace DC plan got its first vote. So how'd that go?
Yeah, first vote of 2, and I can tell you that there was a robust conversation amongst council specifically about pretrial detention. The mayor's office believes that erring or siding more towards pretrial detention, specifically for more violent offenders, has driven down violent crime. However, there are some concerns that the data does not necessarily show that. We will sort of preview and walk you through more of that conversation coming up in our next hour, but it did pass that first reading, but certainly there could be some tweaks on the way.